Okay. All right, we're back. It's been a little longer than a week, but we got through the group stages, and it's been a really exciting World Cup so far. Um, a few surprises in there, and yeah, I don't know. I guess who have been what have been some of the favorite moments so far in this World Cup?
Not necessarily a favorite moment, but like the most memorable thing, obviously, is the Spain's first game
Hmm.
and Borginha coming in as one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. No, but
Right. Uh,
what a game! Like,
yeah.
I mean, we have a TV set up at work, so we all sit there and we watch all the games, and we all sat there and we watched, and I just remember Jason saying, "What the hell is this guy on?" Like, we just like nothing they did could get past the guy, and that was really cool to see. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I
Hmm.
thought Spain would beat them by quite a bit, and I had seen before, like, a couple of other people talking about how Cape Verde and what's the other team? DR Congo, talking about how, like, those are good teams and those are
Mm.
like they work really hard, and you know, shout out to the African teams. A lot of them are coming out of the groups, and they're most of them are out here just completely outworking other
Hmm.
teams, and that's what you got to do, man. And
Yeah.
I love to see that. Like, it's been a lot of fun to watch that stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, I think like a common thread with all the smaller teams, or I don't want to call them smaller teams, but just population wise, the teams that you don't maybe expect, or maybe there's their debut, or it's been a long time. Um, is the work ethic? They just come out, they're flying together. They have a big united purpose. And that like some of these teams who, I mean, you see Uruguay going out of the World Cup, and obviously they're super talented, and there might be other reasons for that, right?
Yeah.
But like, they're expect to go through every time, and
What?
yeah, some of the other teams, I think that they are kind of they're playing with house money. They just kind of we're here for representing, and they want to take some pride, and they're not going to get you know taken out immediately. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the difference between teams who have stars and rely on their stars and teams who are there and that nobody knows the players, but they're willing to just play for each other, play as a team. Like, you just play hard. We're just gonna outwork you, and if you want to get past us, you're just gonna have to work harder. And a lot of these teams, a lot of these big stars aren't used to that. So when it happens, you know, you just get outworked, and it just is what it is.
Hmm.
But I think it's fun. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying that part.
Hmm.
Watching teams that you wouldn't expect to pull things out, get points, and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, when this World Cup was starting, I was like, I don't know how this World Cup's gonna go with everything that
Hmm.
was going on. And I've watched every single game. I think the only game I didn't watch was a super late game. Was it Jordan, Algeria, or something like that?
Mm.
And I wasn't able to watch that one. But
Right.
other than that, I've watched every single one.
Hmm.
It's the first time ever in a World Cup where I watched every minute of every game,
Yeah.
and I'm having a lot of fun. I've
Hmm.
lost way too much money in gambling, but we'll go there. We're past
No.
that.
So, like, I for the US fans, or fans on this side of the earth, right? Like, you know, that has something that's been really refreshing is, it's at a kind of reasonable times. Like, yeah, sometimes they're in the middle of the day, so
Yes.
not everybody can catch them, but you're not getting up at, 4 AM or whatever to watch a game, or want to watch a game or whatever.
For once, it's the people in Europe that have to get up at.
Right.
Well, actually, no. They had to get up for crazy times for the last one too. But anyways,
Like Japan, like, I think
yeah.
back 2002, yeah. Um, yeah, so I think that has helped a lot for, obviously, consumption here in the US. I also think small team, because I also wasn't sure, okay, like, are some of these teams gonna come in and get just beat up by the regular, giants? And
Yeah.
because they're holding their own, it gives, like, the casual fan something to cheer about when they're, like, they might not necessarily be, like, or maybe by default, sometimes they just go for the big names that they know. I like when, Fauzinho was playing his last game, there's a bunch of kids who, probably from Houston or wherever they were playing, and they
Yeah.
just have his name, like, written out, and it's
Yeah.
like, these storylines is what makes the World Cup, and it's just so fun.
He became a cult hero in, like,
Mhm.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Y
mean? I mean, the whole going from 50,000 people on Instagram, following him to what is it, like 5.5 million now?
it's crazy. It might
And,
even be more, like, it's insane.
yeah, and I love it. I'm happy for the
Mhm.
dude. Like, that's so dope. Like,
Right.
that's so cool.
Mhm.
It's a World Cup, man.
Yeah, dude. And it's also like, I think with the teams that let's say they're not playing for the biggest clubs in the world, right? Like, that guy is now gonna have a lot of other opportunities presented to him, and that
You
might not
think
have ever
so?
have happened.
He's like
I was
40?
for me, I'm thinking, like, with him, being older, I think a younger player is fighting for another
Yeah.
contract. For him,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe a position in a club or even just brand deals, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
it
Okay.
so that's kinda what I'm thinking. But I also wanted to give a quick shout out to, Curaçao because they had a former Crew player, Eloy Room, and
Yep.
then Cape Verde who had or Coba Verde who they have, Steven Moreira,
What?
who plays for the
Yeah.
currently plays for the Crew, so had to give them a quick shout, so.
It makes me sad, but look, people at the World Cup are seeing how good Moriere is.
Mm. You don't think he'll be there very much longer?
I don't think so. Like he's already defensive. He was the defensive player of the year for the Crew. What, a year ago, 2 years ago? He was defensive player of the year for the entire for the MLS. So that was a pretty big deal already. And I'm like, he's got to stop playing so good. I don't want to lose him because we already lost Aiden Morris to,
Is it
is it
Bournemouth or
Sunderland?
something like that? It was one of the clubs over there.
Middlesbrough, the
That's right,
borough.
that's right. Adams
And
is at Wordsworth, yeah.
yeah, and it's like, I don't want to lose more players, man.
Yeah. Right? Yeah,
Plumber screws getting picked apart. But
yeah.
anyways,
Anyway.
no, I'm happy for them, man. They're doing well, and every time I see that, and I follow the Crew, so every time they do something, they do well.
Mhm.
They always kind of post something, and it's always cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. Another quick highlight, I think, was, all the host nations coming out really strong, especially their first game or 2.
Yeah,
So, I think Mexico probably had the strongest run because they won all their games. Um Canada was unfortunate with the injury, and they did end up losing their 3rd
yeah.
game, I believe. And then, of course, the US ended up losing to Turkey. Any thoughts on that strategy, I guess? And
I have no problem with it. I'm completely
mhm,
fine with it. There's
yeah.
people are panicking. People are freaking out about not playing our starters and not keeping our momentum going. And I understand that. I understand that.
Mhm,
I understand it completely. You had a chance to go 3 for 3. We'll get out of the group with 9 points and continue moving on. I understand that
mhm,
completely. However, I have been waiting my entire life. I don't know how many World Cups to be in the position that we're in, to
mhm.
be able to sit there. I sit there on a Thursday night and just sit back, have a snack,
Right.
enjoy the game, and be like, it does not matter what
Mhm,
happens. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Not to burst anybody's bubble, but we're not winning the World Cup.
mm,
We'll get to the next round. We already won the group. No matter what happened, we were going to be in that spot.
mhm,
We knew of the 2 or 3 different teams that might have been in that position. We kind of could have guessed that it was going to be Bosnia. It was
mhm,
Bosnia. It didn't matter. We knew this was what was going to happen. You gave guys that have never hadn't gotten to start in the World Cup
mhm.
yet, aside from I think Berhalter and obviously Wes had. I think it might have been the only starter.
Right.
No, no, he had two. Who was the other person? Because he switched to everybody out. I thought it was
There
just
was
Wes.
9 yeah, I think it was 9 changes for the US, I'm pretty sure.
And so, but all I saw was it Wes? Wes was the only one that I saw that has been a consistent starter, or
Right.
did he have Ream back there?
No, Reem didn't play. I'm
That's
kinda
what I'm saying.
blanking. Yeah, I'm not sure either, but
Because he
yeah.
even changed the goalkeeper. I'm really
Right.
blanking on who the other consistent starter is. But either way, it's like
Right.
you gave these dudes a chance, other than I think Berhalter, because I think Berhalter was at the last World Cup, and I think he
Mhm.
got to at least play. You gave these dudes a chance to start at a World Cup,
Actually, no, I
and,
don't think Berhalter was there, but yeah, I just wanna
and even with our B team, it was still a good game. We could have won that game. I
yeah.
think we almost drew.
Right.
They got a last second goal. Like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
gave the dudes a chance. Everyone was talking about, oh, sure, it's like a team thing. But it's like, look, dude, sometimes it's good to see the guys that don't get to start go out
Yeah.
there and play. Sometimes it'll bring everybody up. You, there's no way you could start
Mhm.
Adams because
No.
if
Yeah.
if he would have, and I could have, I would have bet all the money in the world he would have gotten a yellow
Yeah.
because, you know, it happened.
Mhm.
You don't want to do that. You sit all those guys. I'm fine with what happened. I
Mhm.
don't care. At the next morning, all you hear and all you see is like former players talking about how you have to go out there and you have to win and all this and that. It's like, look, none of you have ever been in this position
Mm.
ever. All these former players that we're talking about, talking to,
Mhm.
they've never been able to have this luxury.
Mhm.
So sit down, sit back, and enjoy the
Mhm.
show because it's all it's gonna. We're just here. We're here for the ride, dude. I
Right.
I like what he did. I was fine with it. I
Mhm.
don't care. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like,
For me, like, I feel like Pochettino has obviously he's got a lot of experience and stuff. To put us in this position, like, I trust him, you know what I mean? And so it doesn't mean he's not gonna make a mistake, but, like, overall, it's like he did what we asked him to do, get us through, and obviously our expectations are make it past the round of 32, hopefully make it past, get to a quarterfinal, hopefully. But, like, obviously now we know who we're either playing Belgium or Senegal, so that could be a tall order, but in the group stage, he did what we asked,
mhm.
and so I understand the logic of, get the guy some touches, get some of the nerves out, hopefully. In my opinion, like, there was some, like, mistakes made, and especially on that first goal, and then, like, fell asleep at the very end. But to me, that shows and confirms, like, if you're in that going to a training session, and you're wondering, "Why am I not playing?" Like, the
Right
coach
there.
can be like, "Hey, we put you there," you know what I mean? And so, for me, there was a few players that I'm like, I don't know if we see them again in this round. And obviously, they're at a level for a reason, but do we fully trust them in this specific World Cup? You know what I mean? Um,
Y- Yeah, I really wish he would have brought someone like an Aiden Morris, someone
mm,
else like Tyler Adams that'll sit and just run through people.
mhm.
I
I
don't think we have anybody else like that, but
I think that's where I think I'm still kind of bummed out that I think again, I'm gonna trust Pochettino right now, but that's where I think I wish Luna would have been there. You know what I mean? I think he could have made that last spot, in my opinion. But
as I say, that was another one that it was like it almost hurt
mhm,
one to go down that list and not see Luna. I don't
yeah,
know. I like Luna a lot. Like, even if he
yeah,
doesn't give you exactly what you want, if you put him in, I think he's such a wild card
mhm,
that the other team's like, well, what is he gonna do?
mhm,
And not in a bad way. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like, I think he's just I don't know. I think he's got
yeah,
a little something that sometimes you
yeah.
just need that little bit of crazy.
A little bit of fight, a little bit of like
Yeah.
he's gonna do what he needs to do for the team, in my opinion. I'm not there in sessions, obviously, to watch, but like I feel like he could have. And I'm not really trying to call out too many of the players that are currently there, and I think they're doing well. I want them to be team players, but I do think that he could have made it. But either way, he obviously made good choices. You know what I mean, in that first group. So,
Yeah, and to just bounce off of what you're saying, for the past year or 2 leading up to this,
hmm
Diego Luna had been Pochettino's best player.
hmm
You know
like
what I
he
mean?
kept referencing him as an example, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
hmm
and then all of a sudden he's just not on the squad.
Yeah.
When I was reading that, I had to think. I was, what happened? I was like,
Mhm.
was he hurt? I instantly went to look if he was hurt,
Yeah.
and just didn't make it, which is crazy. I'm not gonna call up players.
Yeah. And I will say, like, obviously, I do think Pochettino has earned our trust,
Yeah.
and I'm so curious to see, you know, let me put it this way: is there any player in that last game before we move on? Sorry, is there any player in that last game that you're like, maybe in the next round he needs to get a little bit more time? You know what I mean?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
the easy thing would be is like, oh, people like to see Gio Reyna.
Mhm.
I think what we have going is much better than what Gio
Mhm.
Reyna gives us. He's great to come off the bench, give a guy a break, and come in with
Mhm.
more of a spark like that. Uh, I,
I like his creativity, like that ball he
yeah,
played into Pulisic, right?
yep,
Great ball. It's just very creative that not many of the guys on the team I think are gonna try that ball. But I do think right now in this iteration of his this moment, right? It's I agree, it's like coming in off the bench, looking for that creative pass because the guys who start the game and every single game that we've won so far, and even the game we lost against Turkey, we came out like firing. The first 10 minutes
yeah,
we're 8 minutes, whatever, we're on it.
yep.
And then and that gets us the own goals or sneaking one in. Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like
Mhm.
going, still hanging on to this game. Like
Yeah.
going back to it, and I told people, I said, look, we were close in that game, okay, and
Yeah.
Christian did come on.
Mhm.
And for immediately the first 5 minutes,
Mhm.
he's the best player on the whole field.
Mhm.
He's making things happen, and it's like, okay, look at look at that.
Right.
If we play our squad, we win
Mhm.
that game. I fully
Oh,
believe it
yeah.
now. If
I
we play our full
agree.
squad, we win that game easily. And
Mhm.
that's when then someone Joy was argued back, was like, well, why didn't we then? It's like, because you didn't need to.
Right,
You
right.
knew you were better. You
Mhm.
didn't need to.
Mhm.
Give the dudes a break. After that first 5 minutes, they just
Mhm.
chucked an extra defender over there and then just kind of,
Right.
kept him over there, which you can do that when he's the only one of our
Mhm.
starters on there.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, it was just like, guys,
Yeah.
look, that we're that much better.
Mhm.
Let it go.
Yeah. For me, I do wish I will say in Tim Weah's defense, I wish he would have been on the right because he kept cutting
Yes,
it
thank
back.
you.
He kept cutting it back, and he wants to go in, right? And
Mhm.
I don't know he's confident enough with his left to just drive to the end line. If he's on the right side driving in and crossing, I think he's stronger. And that's just more his natural position, right? Um, yeah. I will say also Austin Trusty obviously hit that banger goal in the beginning. He surprised me a little bit. Like I haven't seen it
Mhm.
as much personally. That's on me for not seeing him as
Yeah.
much. But like he, I wouldn't. I mean, I think I don't know can he play in the back three or not. But like he did a pretty good game. You know what I mean in that game for overall. That last one though, he should have been goal side.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But either way, I think the manner of losing at the last second that's what was the most like But it is what it is.
But again, to what you're saying, one simple little mistake,
Yeah. Mhm.
and which costs you.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's why it's like, look, guys, here's your time.
Right.
Show us what you got,
Mhm.
and that was that.
Mhm.
I just,
Yeah.
I, j-
Like, get
I
it out
just, I,
now as opposed to the next round.
yeah, yeah. I just,
Yeah.
we don't care about this game. It's
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
Everyone relax.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be worried about that game anyways. You should be worried about Bosnia, who I don't like. I'm scared of them. They're a
Yeah.
good team. Look at what they did with Canada. You know what I mean? Just,
Right. What was the final score on that? I'm trying to remember. Or
well,
do you
they
know?
they drew, I believe.
Oh, did they in that last? Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Dude, there's been so many games. I'm like, I feel like I'm mixing some of the games up and stuff. You know. But
Oh my god,
yeah.
it's we are.
It's so fun though to have just constant World Cup soccer for a month and
I'm
actually
I'm
be able to
loving
see
it.
them all. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm loving it. Yeah, they drew 1-1.
Okay.
So like Bosnia is a good team, and the thing that what scares me about Bosnia is they will fight you tooth and nail to the end,
Mhm. Right.
and they're good at
Yeah.
it. Like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That was one of the teams that I enjoyed watching in the European qualifiers, and
Mhm.
not because it was anything super flashy, not saying that they're
Right.
not a good team, but to sit there and watch them
Mhm.
hold Italy out.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? Not just Italy, but like other teams where you're like, well, these dudes just like
Mhm.
doesn't. If you think the game's over,
Mhm.
again, a perfect example of yes, you know, the last U.S. game, 30 seconds, you think game's over?
Right. You
No,
gotta stay
not
on the whole
against this.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not against this Bosnia team,
Yeah.
man. And they hit hard too.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
scared of that team.
I I am too. I know the expectations from, you listen to, like you said, former players and stuff,
Hmm.
are that we should win, and based on rankings, but they are a team that I think is willing to suffer together. I just hope that
Hmm.
our guys are ready too. But
You hope so.
yeah. Okay. So I guess let's just take this into the bracket, the knockout stage, right? So, do you have the bracket up on your end over there?
I have the bracket up on over
Okay.
here.
So just real quick, let's get the hosts out of the way, and we're not gonna go through the whole thing, but just kind of hit a few key points. Um, Based on the host path, who do you think has the easier path, and who do you think is kind of in a tough spot?
I think Mexico's screwed. That Ecuador team is
Mhm.
incredible, and if they happen to get past Ecuador, they're going up against England.
England, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Now, I do know the English fans want nothing to do with that game.
Mhm.
They do not
Playing
want to play
in that,
Mexico
yeah.
in Last Decade. They want
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. But I think England's too much. Now, this game today was rough to watch.
Yeah.
Well, no,
W
they ended up winning, but it's just
uh,
like
yeah.
they have a
It took
hard
them a
the
while.
first half. Yeah, the
Mhm.
first half is like pulling teeth with them, man. Like,
Mhm.
but with Mexico, I think they'll be out. I think they lose right off the rip. And I
You think
nothing
round
against
32
Mexico.
they're out? Mm.
Yeah, I think Ecuador's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I think Ecuador's a really good
Mhm.
team. I think they might be a little bit much.
Mm.
Um, Canada, if they don't beat South Africa, I think Fee will go up there and whoop some ass. But but I think they will beat South Africa. I just don't think South Africa is a very good team. Now they got to the
Mhm.
round of 32, but you know, I
Right.
think Canada will win that game. But I
Okay.
think they run into a wall of Netherlands and Morocco.
Mhm.
The team of the host countries that has the best route, if we can get Bosnia, you better pray that Belgium beats Senegal, because if we get Belgium in the second round, I'm okay with it. I
You'd
am.
rather play Belgium than Senegal, you're saying? Okay.
Senegal's a better team. I think
Mhm.
Senegal will beat Belgium
Mhm. I think
personally.
Senegal, they seem from what I've seen, they seem more energetic, they seem more
Yeah.
physical. Um, that could be a lot to deal with for sure.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, do you think Argentina's gonna make it past, Copa Verde, or can they make it past Vozinha as the
I hope not. I tell
right.
you what,
Dude.
tell you what, if they pull off a miracle like against Argentina, like they did against Spain,
Mhm.
if they pull off a miracle and can keep them out for 90 minutes, which I don't think will happen,
Mhm.
I think Argentina will panic a little bit.
Mm.
If they can keep that at 0-0 for as long as possible,
Mhm.
excuse me, for as long as possible,
Mhm.
I think Spain will panic a little bit.
Argentina,
Or
yeah.
not Spain, Argentina.
Mhm.
And if they start panicking a little bit, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Now that's
Yeah. It's a tall
they need a
order, but
they need a miracle, but
yeah. 10 in the back, no.
yeah, it'll
No.
be 11 at the back anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, yeah. I mean, this bracket, I know, like, right now, some of the controversy is Argentina. A lot of people feel like they kind of a cakewalk. Not no disrespect, but, like,
kind of a cakewalk.
compared to any of the other ones. more of a easier path than any of the other quarters, or the bracket.
Yeah. The only competition they'll have is if they happen like, if they make it to the semifinals, which they will, I'll bet my house on it. They would play either England or Brazil or
Mm,
Norway.
mhm.
England melts when they see an Argentinian running at them.
Mhm.
Norway, who knows what they'll do, and
Right.
Brazil is just not good.
Mm,
And it's sad, but I don't think Brazil will make it that far. I just don't.
mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Japan beats Brazil in that first round of 32.
Really? Dang. I feel like Brazil will take them, but I know that, or I feel like Ivory Coast or Norway will give them a run for it for sure, and I wouldn't be shocked if they took them out. You know what I
Say
mean?
I hate to say it, but I think Norway might beat Ivory Coast.
I was actually gonna ask because those are two of your dark horses that
Yeah,
you were
they're
kind of
they're
like,
two of my they're
mhm,
I mean, Norway's my dark horse and Ivory Coast is the team that I have enjoyed watching the most.
mm,
I watch every one of their games. They're such a fun team to watch, and
mhm.
oh, I did
Yeah.
not like seeing them come up against each other because I was like, ah, come on, man, don't
Right.
make me pick one.
Yeah. I Morocco ended up on the opposite side. I thought Morocco would end up on the top right, which would end up
Hmm.
playing Japan and stuff, but, they have the Netherlands. That I'm not sure how that'll go down, you know what I mean? Netherlands,
Yeah, I don't either. Morocco has felt almost half asleep in this. What do you
mhm.
think of them?
I mean, I think that overall, they've got the job done, like all the teams, I guess, have to get over into this round, but, yeah, I don't know that I'm confident enough to say, "Okay, they're gonna beat the Netherlands," you know what I mean? Netherlands seem pretty strong. Um, yeah.
What a shock that has been. I thought the Netherlands were
Mhm.
in the Belgium realms, like, not to
Yeah.
disrespect the Netherlands because they had a
Mhm.
great World Cup last time around, but that everything just seemed so quiet on that
Mhm.
side from the Netherlands, and then all of a sudden they come in and they look great, man,
Yeah.
like
I aside from that one professor guy who has been pricked in the last few world,
the
I
mathematician.
yeah, yeah. I didn't I mean, they gave us headaches last time, obviously, they knocked the US out, but, like, I hadn't heard a ton about what they were doing and stuff, so I'm like, like, yeah, they're solid always, but, they've definitely come out hotter than I expected, and then France is just running through everybody, so I'm like, does so far from what you've seen and seeing these matchups and stuff, does that change at all who you had winning the World Cup? Because I know mine definitely changed, you know what I mean, at this point, so
Yeah, like, I really do think if Portugal would do the right thing and just not play Ronaldo, they would
Mm,
probably look a lot better because, I mean, they could not score today. Now they're playing against a good team.
mhm.
Colombia is a really good team.
That's
But
that's a game I missed, I need to go see that. So
yeah,
what did it look like? I mean, Hughes wasn't in it? Or
well, I mean, no, he was in it. He had some chances, but there was there's no real clear chances. I think Colombia just made sure
mhm,
that he wouldn't score. Um, but I mean, talk about a high-paced game. You didn't
mm,
want to watch the game, and it was just back and forth, like, constantly.
mm,
Colombia scored right at the end,
mm. Did they really?
and yeah, but the
Dang.
guy's the guy's toenail was off,
Oh, I just walked in when yeah, I just saw the VAR, yeah, yeah, yeah. That
and
is crazy.
I'm like, for me, if that's 2006, that goal counts, but now with the VAR,
Mhm,
you're like, I mean, come
right.
on, man, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His toe is that far off, like, that's what we're calling, and it's just
Mm,
tough. Portugal, they were my favorite. That's the team I wanted to win.
mm,
But it just looks like France is just gonna run away with it.
yeah,
I think if Argentina makes it to the final, I think they're meeting France, and I
mhm,
think France is. gonna be out for some serious revenge if that's the case.
Right.
The only hope we have is that Spain. I think is Spain over on that Argentinian side.
Yeah, so they would meet in the semifinals if they ran through Portugal or Croatia, the US or Belgium or something, you know what I mean?
Who, Spain?
Yeah, so Spain would play.
Spain is on our side of the bracket.
Yeah. So we'll meet them in the semis if we were
Oh,
all to make
really?
it through.
I thought for I don't know why I don't know. God, if I could talk, I don't know
No,
why I thought they were on the other side, but it's
I
Brazil. Japan is on that side.
yeah, I
I'm just
could be
looking at a bracket
wrong.
here.
I could be wrong
You're
here.
probably right. The bracket I'm looking at doesn't kind of show clearly
Oh,
everything.
um, wait, now I'm second guessing here. Let me see. Yeah, so Portugal and Croatia would play, Spain and most likely I think it's Austria would play, and then the winner of those games would play, and then if we were to go through, we'd play them the quarterfinals, maybe
Ugh.
quarterfinals. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, we play them in the quarterfinals, and then we'd have to beat Belgium or Senegal and Bosnia, and then either Croatia, Spain, or Portugal, and then probably either
Ugh.
France, Germany, or the Netherlands.
Oh,
So those are like the big, or Morocco, the big dogs,
I
you
mean,
know.
I mean, I mean, we'll make it. I'm hoping we make it to the quarters. If we
Hmm.
do, great. But
Right, right.
I don't see us getting anywhere near that. Like,
Yeah.
we ain't even smelling the semis. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Mm.
And if they do it,
Right. I mean, if they if
great.
if they could hold it, like, like, I mean, Germany, right, in 2002, when we
Yeah,
were like a handball away from it. With
yeah, yeah.
VAR now, we get that
Well,
PK. You know what I'm saying? So
oh,
football is magic. So like we get one perfect thing that happens, and boom, you never know. I know we're reaching for the stars, but
yeah.
that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Reach
So
for the stars and you might hit the moon, right?
right. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, right now, in the beginning, I had in my bracket, I had Spain, um, winning it, but I had Spain and France meeting in the semifinals,
Yeah.
but and that might still happen, but I just think France is just too strong. So hopefully, there's more surprises though in the rest of the brackets, in the knockout stage. But yeah, man.
What the heck, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, any other thoughts before we wrap it up, or
Yeah. Can they make sure that Belgium never make another World Cup ever again?
are you just done with them,
I
or do you want them
just
not to?
stop with this golden generation. Don't ever bring them back. This should have been a World Cup where they brought a whole bunch of young new players in and give them a
Mm,
chance to get a feel what it's like to be at the World Cup,
mhm,
and come in the next World Cup really strong and
mhm.
really go for it. And I mean that they go and win the last game 5-1, but
Yeah, I was gonna say they were kind of flying there at the end, but I almost wondered with Belgium now that that golden generation kind of tag is kind of fading. You know what I mean? It's like they're
yeah,
all getting older. I thought maybe they would play better because there's not as much pressure, but it's we'll see
they
what they
needed a
do.
miracle to move to win their group, and somehow they got one.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
uh, well, I guess here's one more piece of news before we, wrap it up and stuff. But I heard like I think it was Zlatan, Alexi Lalas, and all of them were talking about U.S. soccer supposedly might have offered Pochettino a contract extension for another World Cup potentially. I don't know that he wants to do it. He might want to go to Europe, but would you want him to come back for another cycle, or would you prefer to go with somebody else? As of right now,
I don't know. I don't know. You bringing Diego Luna next time or not?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
No,
hey, yeah,
I don't know.
hmm
Like, if we make it to the semifinals, sure, bring him back.
right,
But if we just do, and no, I don't want to say just do, but if we lose in the first game,
hmm
no, let's move on. If we, you know, make it to the quarters, No, let's move on.
You think so? I
Yeah,
would
I think
almost be
so.
okay with coming. I know that some people say, "Oh, you don't bring him back for a second cycle." I don't mean to cut you off, but like I
Yeah.
just like I just feel like he um I don't know, man. I'm riding high right now. I believe. So so after we win this World Cup, are we bringing him back? So
We win this World Cup, give him a 20-year contract. I don't care.
so you're thinking more like a refresh should be good if we unless we do something crazy.
Not necessarily a refresh, but like, you know, it's we gave Berhalter way too damn long.
Mm, yeah, and then
We
brought him
gave Bru
back and
Yeah, we gave Bruce Arena way too damn long.
mm,
You
yeah.
know, move it on,
Mhm.
move it along.
Gotcha. Yep.
That's how I see it.
Mhm.
Um, but who knows?
Yeah.
If we make it to the semis, okay,
Mhm.
sure. We've never made it there before. You'd be the first coach to ever get us there. But otherwise, there's no point. I don't
Right,
know,
right.
in my
Mhm.
opinion. Otherwise, he's not doing anything we haven't done before.
Mhm.
And the last time
That's
we made it to
valid.
the quarters, the last
Yeah.
time we made it to the quarters, we kept that coach for way too damn long, and
Mhm.
we missed a World Cup. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say, you gotta do something different or at the very least match like this moment, in 2002.
mhm.
Yeah. Cool. All right, man. Well, I don't know when we'll do this again, but we will keep coming back, I guess, we'll talk about it. We'll see what the next round will be. But
After
unless you
round of 32,
round 32, we'll knock one out each time. All right.
here we go.
I'm good with
Each
that.
round,
I'm good with that.
each round.
Cool. I,
Right.
all right, bro. Appreciate it. We got two more games tonight in the group stage, and we'll hopefully lock in these positions. But yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace. See if I can hit stop here.